For this next club I'm going to be rebuilding, well, this team is basically it's got the oldest list in the AFL one last season. And this season, they've also got the oldest list. And that is the Collingwood Acres Retirement Home. What should I say, Collingwood? Well, for this season, it's basically tied to future-proof this team. Heading into future. It's actually going to become competitive in future years. Well, this could be the end of the premiership window for Collingwood, as they're pretty due for a rebuild very soon. Oh my days, look at the core they had last season. Mason Cox, he was 34. Scott Pendlebury, 37. Still Sidebottom, 35. Jeremy Howe, 35. Jack Crisp, 32. Will Hoskin-Elliott, 32. They also had Brody Mychek. He was 32. He got drafted at 25. This Collingwood team, even though they'll need to either build a team around Nick Dacos once all their older blokes have retired, or, well, we might be seeing Nick Dacos at a Tasmania jersey in a few years. Just like how the Gold Coast signed Gary Ablett in 2011. Now he heads for trade period. Which Magpies will we be saying goodbye to? Well, we're going to do a deal with Melbourne. We'll be swapping 4th round draft picks. And we'll also get a 2026 third. All just for Brody Mychek to land in red and blue. Come the end of the year. For this deal with Sydney, we'll be swapping future 4ths. Just so we can get Jack Buller out of Sydney, as he requested a trade to Collingwood. Welcome to Collingwood, Jack Buller. Guys, this is realistically the last chance for the score to deliver a premiership back to Pie Park for the 17th time. Now free agency period. Looks like the trade and free agency periods are coming to a close.
Leave your door open, man.
Anyways, now we move on to the draft here at Collingwood. With our first pick, well, we'll be drafting Tyan Prindable from the Brisbane Lions Academy. Next pick, Collingwood are going with Sam Swadling from West Perth. We'll also draft Zach McCarthy from the Oakleigh Chargers program. Pick 66, Collingwood will take remember we drafted Angus Anderson from Sturt. We might have to settle for this bloke, Thomas McCourt. Don't have any picks in the rookie draft. As I remembered in real life, we did use our last list spot just to get Saxena, or whatever his name is. These are your new Collingwood numbers for 2026. Done the final list lodgement. Could this be the chance to get this premiership to come to Collingwood? But what could be one last time? With a score. Before most of the older core will be retiring. We'll promote Rowan Steele to the senior list. Ready for next season. Time to give Lachie Sullivan a rookie promotion as well. Jacob Ryan's also accepted a new contract. Elaro Smith's also been promoted. Time to also give Will Parker a rookie list promotion. Four Magpies have been promoted to the senior list heading into 2027 at the end of 2026. Primary for Ned Long. Look at Ned Lonsall too has been promoted to the seniors list. Let's simulate through to May. See if any luck is coming up in our favour. Look at that, we're second spot. So we don't take anyone in the mid-year draft. Let's set them up till August. See if Collingwood can continue that great form and not bowl like Mr. Burns. You'll remember that one Simpsons episode. Mr. Burns once bowled for the Pen Pals, and he didn't do that all too that well. And, well, it looks like the Crows have basically run away with the minor premiership. Well, Crisp is at... Oh, my days. Jack Crisp is out of the side? That's something I haven't seen in a while. We don't all look that impressive without Nick Dacos. As Hawthorn are going through to the prelim to this. The winner of Gold Coast and Fremantle. Well, second semi-final, we got the Brisbane Lions. This could be a great chance to get Collingwood to get their revenge. Oh, Collingwood got their revenge from last year's prelim. And now we run into another tough opponent for the prelim. Withers and Adelaide. If Collingwood get there, somehow win this match, this could be vindication. Another grand final that Collingwood cannot be written off. If they lose, it's going to be a long few years of Collingwood. Well, we nearly got it done. 4 points. Lachie Sullivan's out for 4 weeks. McCart had a really good first year for Collingwood. Look at list management. Take a look at Collingwood. Weston Cochrane have been delisted. Well, it's the end for Scott Pendlebury. He will retire. This is a very hard, tough choice. Since we're going to need a future guard, I'll say we'll either draft picks or the new superstars. Well, there is one Magpie that we're going to have to say goodbye to. He's played over 250 consecutive games for us. It's going to be a big loss for Collingwood. Jack Crisp. He was Mr. Consistent at Collingwood. He was one of the... But he's 33. And so we'll let him go to North Melbourne. We'll get Pickford, and as another long-time Magpie will be having a hard time saying goodbye to. It's Jamie Elliott. He was a shining light for Collingwood. When the going got tough up forward, for most of the team, Jamie Elliott would always step up and kick the goals. He will be missed. We're clearing out. The club clear out is continuing. The West Coast Eagles can say hello to Dan McStay, Jordan Agoe, Tim Membry, Billy Frampton. We still need Jordan Agoe in the team, and maybe Maynard and Darcy Moore. As those three can be able to help a future Collingwood dynasty out, and we'll also say goodbye to Lockie Schultz. Just to get picked. Hang on a minute. Just so we can get pick one. Look at that. We are clearing out the club. It's time to say goodbye to the older guard. And say hello to a new era. Hello, Port Adelaide. We'll give you pick 16 and a future first. So we can get Zach Butters. Do we say goodbye to the old guard at Collingwood? And we're going to be saying hello to the new guard. Collingwood have made a play for Zach Butters and Miles Bergman. Well, that's a bit controversial. Port Adelaide have once again lost their star players to Collingwood. First Houston, now Butters. Now running around in Collingwood colours. Well, there is one forward Collingwood will not be bothering to bring back, and that is Jack Ginnivan. Although he was a former Collingwood player. But, well, he's pretty happy at Hawthorn. So we swap our pick 15 to get Josh Rochelli and 3 firsts. Which we could possibly use to land Harley Reid. There is one ruck we're going to have to let go of. Darcy Cameron. We'll swap out Airman 2 firsts. I mean, we've lost McStay, Membry, Frampton, and Schultz to the Eagles. And now we've lost Darcy Cameron to the Eagles just to get Harley Reid to come to Collingwood. There is one ruck that I have got in mind to replace Darcy Cameron at Collingwood. Kieran Briggs. That would be a huge get for Collingwood. Hello, Gold Coast Suns. We'll give you pick 1, 20, and 22. Before we do that, let's do a deal with Fremantle. We'll send Ed Allen to the Dockers just to get a future first. So we can send that future first to the Gold Coast Suns. Just so we can land Ben King. On a 6-year contract. Noah Anderson. You'd be doing this every bloody rebuild. Trying for Rao, Keegan Anderson. And Matty Rao. Plus as well, we're going to need a new defender to replace. Plus as well, we're going to need a new key defender to replace Jeremy Howe. Because he's going to be retiring. How about Mac Andrew? What a trade period. Although we got rid of most of our older guard. But we managed to get a bunch of very good players in their primes. Let me know in the comment section on who else I should bring to Collingwood in this trade period or free agency period. Someone like maybe a Wangani Malera or somebody like that. Don't think we really need it because we've already got Quaynor. We've already got Darcy Moore. Just pretty much at a complete trade period. trading for 9 key players. Well, we are pretty much happy with our off-season. Right? Hang on a minute, the trade-off has been proposed. Well, since we traded up with all half his midfielders, there may not be a need for Patrick Lipinski. And so we sent him off to Richmond just to help him out. So he can get pick 12. Which we could later. We could actually send him away, send that pick away just to get someone really good. Who could potentially replace Jamie Elliott. Few of our 2023 Premiership players are gone. As we're kind of building towards our next Premiership. Well, we could be able to sign Sam Sturton free agency. We could bring him in to replace Jamie Elliott. And so Collingwood have had another... Oh, hang on! What are we doing? Another trade offer proposed? Before I check to see what I should do with Reece McInnes, although he's supposed to be part of our future, let me know where his mate fit. I'm just going to check to see where his mate Finlay McRae is now. McRae. He's off to the Kangaroos. Nah, sorry, Hawthorn, we're not doing a deal with you. We're doing a deal with North. To get Reece McInnes to help out their backline for picks 32, 50 in the future first. And maybe Lockie Sullivan to the Kangaroos. Since he might not be getting game time past the likes of Matty Rowell, Noah Anderson, Nick Dacos, Zach Butters, Miles Bergman, and maybe even Ned Long. Or maybe even McCourt. We're going to need a new key defender. So we just lost Reece McInnes to North Melbourne. How about we could get Ben Miller out of Richmond. We could get him out of Park Road and move next door. To Pye Park. Ben Miller has been traded from Richmond to Pye Park. Well, overall, we've done pretty good in this trade period. Let's move on to the draft. List management. Who else we're saying goodbye to? Well, we've lost Steele Sidebottom and Jeremy Howe to retirement. This is going to hit really hard. But anyways, life goes on. Life goes on. We're going to need a ruck for the future. We'll draft Vincent Hopkins. Now we move on to the rookie draft. Possibly to take back a couple of players who we accidentally delisted. we'll bring back Charlie West. We got Oliver Todd, Eric Ponce, and Spencer Bishop. Now we move on to the tricky part, the Guernsey numbers. The numbers that are available right now are 1, 5, 6, 10, 11, 14, 16, 17, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, 33, 38, 40, 41, 42, 43. And Miss Collingwood, let me know in the comments on the chat to see which existing player should I change numbers, and which new players new players can get the new numbers. Harvey Harrison's getting his number changed. He's going to wear number 1 next year in 2027. We'll give Harley Reid the number 5. The number was once worn by Nathan Buckley. Zach Butters, he'll get the number 6 Guernsey for Collingwood. Since Pendlebury and Sidebottom are now retired at the end of 2026, should I pass number 10 and give number 10 and number 22 to one of the new players, or should I just leave it retired for a year? The number 36 will probably give... We'll give number 14 to Miles Bergman. Maybe Ned Logg would wear number 10 to carry on Scott Pendlebury's legacy. Number 11. We might give that number to Sam Sturt. He's kind of got a bit of Jared Blair about him. Printable to now wear 17 for Collingwood. As we'll give 18 to Kieran Briggs. He's got a bit of Darren Jolly in him. New draftee Hopkins to wear 25. $26 to be worn by Mac Andrew. We'll give 36 to Ben King. First all four to wear that number since Sav Rocker. We'll give Rowley the 22. We'll give Noah Anderson the number 10 Guernsey for Collingwood. Ben Miller to wear 28. We wear 38. 33 to be worn by Ponce. We'll give 28 to Todd. We'll give 40. The number 40 Guernsey to Todd. Rowan Steele to wear 41. Well, there is one number. To potentially bring out a retirement, and that is a number 42 Guernsey. That's the soonest new forward named Eric Ponce. Is basically the nephew of Darren Mullane. And for his tributes, we'll bring the number 42 Guernsey out of retirement, as Eric Ponce has been given permission from the Mullane family to continue on Darren's legacy. This will be the first time in nearly 40 years we'll have a number 42 run around for Collingwood. Now, can we do the unthinkable, win the flag in 2027 with this new core? At least the game works. Well, 3 and 1, 3 and 2, 4 and 4. Oh my days! Evil. Look at that, we're 5th spot. Just to be the experts written us off. Seems like we can do it with all these new recruits. It's here at Collingwood. Win, win, win. We lost to Melbourne on Queen's birthday. We lost to Checkers. Brody, I was talking about, not DJ. Collingwood have finished 4th at the end of the season. Let's hope this is not Nick Dacos' last game in black and white. Got Rao coming in. We got the Shelley. Bobby Hill comes back in for Collingwood. We'll play Zach Butters. We'll play Ben King as a backup ruck to Kieran Briggs. Well, we couldn't get it done against Adelaide in the qualifying final. Next up, we got the semi against old rivals Carlton. This will be our first final against Carlton since 1988. It's been a while since Collingwood and Carlton versed each other in a final. Maybe it could be time to roll it up. Roll it ice, I reckon. Maybe might put Jagoe back in the lineup. How long's it going to be till Briggs comes back? Oh dear, he's out with a hammy. Well, Collingwood have beaten Carlton in a final for the first time since 1984. Here we are, prelim final week. We got the Brisbane Lions coming up. Bad news is we've got no Darcy Moore. But the game... I think we might roll the dice on Rowan Steele for this prelim against Brisbane. Oh, look at that. This gamble paid off. Collingwood are in the grand final in 2027. But the bad news is we've got no Matty Rowell. Darcy Moore's back. Which is great news for Magpies fans. Will it be time to bring cup number 17 to Collingwood? Yeah, we've kind of got a bit of a clean bill of health. We confirm the upgrades. We'll get Nick Dacos to be the spare player. Anyways, we're in 2027 grand final week. Will it be another grand final where Collingwood choke? Or is this premiership going to be a cakewalk?
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon football. We're live from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. This is the Toyota AFL Grand Final between Adelaide and Collingwood. These two teams have outlasted everybody. They've overcome obstacles and proved themselves to be the best two teams in the comp. But nobody wants second prize. And here come the visitors. Daniel Harford joins me. Who's your pick today, Harf?
Thanks, Hutto. I like the Pies. Not the popular pick, but I just think they're a bit more settled and well placed to counter the opposition's strengths. I can see this one going down to the final minutes.
Thanks for those insights, Harf. As the teams huddle, the two captains shake hands for the toss of the coin. The Adelaide Crows had a dismal 1-11 record against Collingwood in Melbourne when they met at Docklands in round 2, 2005. With scores level and 3 minutes remaining in the last term, Crows star Andrew McLeod produced a piece of magic on his non-preferred left foot, hard up against the boundary line, under pressure to put the Crows back in front and ultimately secure their first win over the Pies in Melbourne since their back-to-back premiership year of 1998, when they triumphed by 9 points at the MCG. The noise is incredible. The stadium is heaving. Time to play. O'Brien with the tap. Berry, Draper in the right spot. Who's at home? No wonder coaches go grey.
Meant to be 5-minute quarters. I was meant to be spectating the game. Ugh, what am I doing? That should be a bit better. I'll go spectate game this time.
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon football. We're live from the MCG. This is the Toyota AFL Grand Final between Adelaide and Collingwood. It's the best of the best. Winner takes all. A season full of twists and turns comes to its conclusion. Who will be crowned Premier today? The players are ready to charge onto the ground. Daniel Harper joins me. Who's your pick today, Harp?
Good to be here, Hutto. I like the Crows. I think they'll do this comfortably. It may be close at half-time, but I think they'll power away after that, as we've seen them do a number of times this year.
Thanks for those insights, Harp. Plenty of noise and excitement as we await the coin toss. The 2009 semi-final between Collingwood and Adelaide at the MCG was an epic. The scores were level deep into the final term before Collingwood utility Lee Brown goaled from long range 23 minutes in. Kurt Tippett then put the Crows a point in front at the 27-minute mark before Collingwood forward Jack Anthony was awarded a free kick for a hold. Anthony's nerveless kick put the Pies 5 points up at the 30-minute mark, and the siren sounded before the Crows could launch one last bid for victory. The Pies through to a preliminary final, 12-11 to 11-12. The pinnacle of the football calendar is finally underway. Briggs wins the first ruck contest. Draper, Dawson. Hilthorpe is so strong one-on-one.
Just a question of whether the lead will be 6 points or 1.
Drop punt looks good. He's got it.
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
The Crows on the board early. The two big men do battle. Draper keeps it low. Centre square, loose ball. Can he find a teammate? Time to turn on the Jets. O'Brien, they're a big chance here. Dacos drops into the hole and cuts that one off. Kicks laterally. Anderson has found some space. Takes the short option. De Goey working hard and presenting well. He doesn't waste many. Dacos. This is good footy. He might have thought about the corridor. Draper wins it back. Great mark. What's he got on offer? Searching kick. Away he goes. Tidy ball. Rochelle with a chance to run. Dacos. The defence has fallen down. Ryan had the presence of mind to get to the dangerous spot. Berry has charged into space. Greenwood on centre wing is marked. Briggs intercepts. He's generally a good kick. Dacos uses the body well. Rochelle has got loose. Picking their way through. Great footy. They're hard to stop when they move the ball like that.
Poor defence leaving him on his own, and now you'd imagine he'll make them pay.
Steadies, delivers, and back they come.
They're after a big game from him today, and that's a great start.
So a goal apiece and a good contest so far. O'Brien slaps it out. Berry, Dawson. He's been dispossessed. Draper competing fiercely. Fogarty has it within range.
Forwards dream of these shots.
You can put this one in the footy record. It's a goal.
I feel better now they're in front and getting some reward on the scoreboard.
Goal for goal early. O'Brien, the winner there. Berry, Draper, Dawson, lays it off. He's gone. Briggs gets to it first. He's been busy so far. Hill has a vice-like grip. A good kick here and they'll be in business. De Goey in the clear. Kicks inside the forward 50. Dawson, what a work ethic he has. They've bottled it up. O'Brien showing his skills. Dawson. Can anyone get to the drop zone? They could be vulnerable here. Lowers the eyes. Reed drives it deep. And the kick inside 50 lets them down. Normally delivers. That's a good option. And this looks promising. Takes the safe option. Neil Bullen works hard to present. Millerer. Spud Frawley would have loved that one. Fogarty. Got to get it forward now. You can't question his commitment. Panicked under pressure. Quaynor is there to save the day. Houston on a lead. Doesn't often waste it. Hill presents in space. Houston takes the hand pass. King. That's good work rate. Probing ball. Millerer doing what he does best. De Goey only knows one way. Throws it on the boot. He could have blazed away, but he's done the team thing.
A question of accuracy, and he should be able to answer in the affirmative.
He's the right man to have it, and he's delivered.
Well, if you give him room inside 50, you'll pay more often than not.
Back on terms again. O'Brien with a deft tap. Berry, Rankin. The defence is disorganised. Defence 101 there. Thilthorpe, he's set upon. It's been a lacklustre affair so far. O'Brien wins it. Dawson, is that holding the ball? Desperate defence. We've got another stoppage.
Neither side has really looked like piling on the goals. This one's a slow burn for now.
Berry hammers it home.
Good teams need goal-kicking midfielders, and he's certainly one of those.
It's already looking like the grand final we were hoping for. O'Brien wins it. Perryman, Dacos in some space now. DeGoey working hard and being rewarded. And we will do it all again. Good ruck work. Reed, Anderson, Butters has eyes only for the footy. Takes the responsibility. Just needs to finish. Finish he does.
That set play worked a treat, but at the same time their opponents were generous in allowing it.
Three goals apiece this turn. O'Brien with a deft tap. Rankin. That's a bit of a waste. There goes the kick inside the 50. Punched that like he meant it. Miller, and they're out of trouble. Honours the lead. They'll take the patient approach. Good work rate. Careful ball movement. Pedler can keep it moving. Fogarty, will he look for a target or go himself?
The Crows with a late chance.
That is a thumping kick. No one's going to stop that. What a ripper.
There aren't many players you'd back from there, but he's certainly one of them.
The Crows restore their one-goal buffer. The big men fly. Rankin runs onto it and can drive them into attack. Briggs, Dacos. Miller is proving hard to pass. Hill, snap at goal. Good-looking kick. It's home.
Typical small forward's goal there. He's a real live wire inside forward 50.
Back to where we started. Scores level. The two big men do battle. Berry. Quarter time and nothing to split the sides so far. Let's head down to Gary Lyon on the boundary.
Coaches these days don't generally like a lot of goals being scored, so look for them to put the brakes on. Every coach values team defence and being able to take away the opposition's strengths, because every goal the opposition kicks is one more you have to kick.
Thanks for those observations, Gary, as we get back underway. Briggs slaps it out. Had some assistance. Reed, Dacos. Ball spills free in the tackle. He'll pump them into attack once more. Rochelle gets to the front spot and can line them up.
He can put the finishing touch on a fine passage of play.
Should be a goal. He's missed. A chance gone begging.
Well, it can be demoralising to see these opportunities go begging, but they've just got to keep working hard to create them.
He's off. The Crows might be about to start something. Good thinking and good execution too. That's a strong mark. Gota pushes into space and receives the footy. Briggs with the big fist. Dacos. What can they build here? He lost his radar there.
Missed the target by a long way.
He's been quiet. Moore making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Bergman. The fans will be happy to see this. That was a brilliant tackle. Oh, they're hitting in hard. Briggs with a deft tap. Perryman. Moore collects the half volley. He's besieged. That's not coming out, and it'll be the umpire's ball deep inside 50. O'Brien with the tap. Rankin. He's kicked a goal.
You might want to tighten up on him. They gave him too much space on that occasion, and he made the most of it.
Yet another lead change. Briggs showing his skills. Butters. Reed. He's been accosted. He's hurried the kick. It's a poor one. Greenwood. Dacos mops that one up. Reed. That's careless. Berry not wanting to bomb to a contest. Anderson reads the ball so well. Long. Dangerous to leave on his own. Can he find a teammate? The Crows have been caught napping. Golden opportunity here.
He's not on the board yet. That should change here.
This deserves a goal, but he's put it the wrong side of the stick.
He'll be disappointed. That was one he would have expected to convert.
They've set up well for the kick-in. Coming with a chance to relieve the pressure. The Crows are out of trouble. Clever kick. Dawson has found some space. What's he got on offer? That's a useful ball. Manages to find a teammate. Houston went bang. Briggs, Perryman, all alone in the centre square. Rochelle at close quarters. Under pressure. Dacos in the right spot at the right time. He's got the skill. He's got the composure. He's got the result.
He's working his tail off, and a goal is just reward.
This is a pulsating grand final. Hope you're loving it at home. O'Brien wins the hit out. Berry, sloppy disposal and a turnover. Gets his kick despite the heat. That's careless kicking. They've opened them up here. Can he impose himself on the match? They've got a problem now. Neil Bullen steadies. Drop punt. Goal!
You're limited as a defender when the ball gets swept forward like that. Sometimes there's just not much you can do.
Both sides are cracking in hard at the present time. It's a great contest. The big men fly. Rankin, can he hit a target? Decides to go. Draper, he's lost possession. Perryman tries to take them on and loses.
You've got to be quicker than that.
Curtin, this is a big opportunity.
Neither side's been able to establish any dominance so far. This is a good game of footy.
Heads towards goal, but the kick is astray. A minor score.
The mark deserved a goal, but it wasn't to be.
Dacos brings it back in. Long, working hard and presenting well. Tidy ball. It's come unstuck. They've got time to put the kettle on. That's great footy. Golden opportunity here.
Straight in front, should not miss.
No trouble at all.
Bit of momentum now. That's two in a row.
The Crows having a good patch. O'Brien has been dominant in the ruck. Rankin kicks to space. They've put themselves under pressure. Can they keep the footy this time? Crunching tackle. They want ball, but they're not going to get it. The two big men do battle. Rankin Reads the tap well. Berry. Fogarty gets to the front spot.
He's got off the chain and is threatening to be the match winner.
That's a great effort. It'll go very close. It's a terrific goal.
The Pies have got to find a way to put the clamps on. They're too easy to score against at the minute.
The Pies really need to respond now. O'Brien is teaching him a lesson. Draper, Keys. Dacos didn't need to be asked twice. Butters, DeGoey on a lead. He's just about kicked the cover off it. King got to the right position and hung on.
The Tide's well and truly against them. This is a must.
No trouble there, and they are hanging around like a bad smell.
That's a much-needed circuit breaker after coughing up the past 3 goals.
The Pies snare a badly needed goal. Good ruck work. Steele, Reed takes the hand pass. He's done brilliantly. Sturt! That one was always his.
This deserves a goal. Should be a goal.
He can draw them back within a kick, and he's equal to the task.
Some good ball movement there created that opportunity, and a cool finish as well.
They're slugging it out, these two. It's been an entertaining first half. O'Brien continues to have his way. DiMattia with time. Hasn't seen a lot of it. He's hit up the lead. Anderson. DiMattia. Who was he aiming for? And the kick inside 50 lets them down. Probing ball. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Lowers the eyes. They're moving the footy well here. He doesn't waste many. The Crows have the edge at half-time, but this game is well and truly up for grabs. Now for some analysis from Gary Lyon.
The Pies have had more inside 50s, but the quality of those inside 50s hasn't, on the whole, been what they would have liked. It might be time to lower the eyes and keep hitting targets until the right scoring opportunity opens up. They might also try to open up some more space inside their forward 50.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary. Briggs, he's been beaten, but he had a win there. Is anyone home? Bergman takes an excellent grab. He's generally a good kick. DeGoey in the clear on centre wing. Poor disposal, keeps letting them down. Doesn't often waste it. Pedler has got loose. That's skillful. Fogarty with a chance to run. I've liked his game today. Well played.
This would give them some breathing space.
He's right on his distance. It'll be a close thing. Second effort needed. It's there!
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
The Crows have steadied after they were challenged. O'Brien has rucked tirelessly. Peatling. It would be a hard umpire who would ping him for that. Briggs wins it. Peatling. O'Brien just had to get it out. Anyone's ball. Rochelle gathers. King is the target, and he marks.
He continues to reel in contested marks, and it's not just physical strength. He judges the ball in flight so well.
King, he can hurt them again, and he does.
That's a simple shot in most circumstances, but in a tight grand final, the pressure is immense, and he stared it down.
The Pies have pulled it back to 5 points. Big clearance to win here. Butters. Reed. He'll drive them inside 50 yet again. Dematia uses the body well.
Can he deliver? Yeah, back him more often than not.
Drop punt. That'll be a goal. Never in doubt.
He had the opportunity to put them in front. That's exactly what he's done. Lovely finish.
This is a ding-dong battle. Both sides unrelenting in their attack on the footy. Draper, Berry has brought his own ball. Was that a legal disposal? Steele, DeGoey. That's good work rate. Clever kick. King has a vice-like grip. Golden opportunity here.
A bit of wriggle room if he can kick this.
He makes no mistake.
That was reminiscent of Tony Plugger-Lockett. The way he used his body, then went back and put it straight through the middle.
The Pies are really taking it to them today. Important clearance here. Butters, Reed, Long. Slick hands. Perryman. This will fall short. Murray tries to spike it out of the danger zone. Dematia didn't take the first option and he's been penalised.
Caught and the chance goes begging. Great defence.
Quality delivery by foot. Draper pushes into space and receives the footy. This is good ball movement. Who's front and centre? Fogarty drives it inside the forward 50. Quaynor drops into the hole and cuts that one off. Tight thing here. Reed works hard to present. Searching kick. The runner will be out in a minute. He's having a dirty day. Peatling has found some space.
He's 1 from 1 so far.
That's missing by a long way and no score is registered. And they're away. Reed can keep it moving. The Pies are red hot at the moment. Good work rate. Careful ball movement. Steele. It sits and he's in business. He's had little impact so far. Hill gets his kick despite the heat. The call is insufficient intent.
Was that insufficient intent or a skill error?
Peatling has charged into space. He might have thought about the corridor. Foot race on the wing. Miller, good vision there. Draper, this will be touch and go. Moore is proving hard to pass. Happy to concede a behind.
That's smart play, really. There's no point taking unnecessary risks.
The Pies are under siege at the moment. Honours the lead. Tidy ball. Sturt. That'll work. A chance to clear now. Rochelle knew the tackle was coming. Rankin desperate to win it back. No way through there and they'll reset. Briggs looking for territory. Reed, Bergman. Can he hit a target? Miller doing what he does best. Kicks to space. Attracted a crowd. You asked for it, you got it. They're tackling with venom today. O'Brien wins the tap. Draper, Berry. Good disciplined defence. Long. Whatever he's suffering from, it's not leather poisoning. Coming. Hacking it forward. Berry working hard and presenting well. The defence is disorganised. Pedlar takes a beauty. Golden opportunity here.
He hasn't done a lot today, but he's still done some good things.
Touch and go. Misses.
It didn't look good off the boot, and he'll be disappointed having taken a great mark.
The Pies are struggling to transition the footy. On such moments, do close games often swing.
This for yet another lead change.
He's kicked it like an arrow.
He managed to find some space and he was never going to have a problem converting from there.
This is a titanic struggle. We've now had 10 lead changes. Briggs punches it out of the ruck. Perryman, Reed, Long. Can't afford to give it back in the corridor. Berry, Draper. What a game he's having. Curtin commands the footy.
He hasn't managed to find the middle yet. He should do so here.
To cap off a wonderful passage of play, that would have been a great team goal.
Not a gimme goal, but probably should have been kicked nevertheless.
They're duking it out, these two. More lead changes in that quarter, and this is anyone's game. Gary's back. What's caught your eye, Gaz?
You can pour over the stat sheets all you like, but when the game's on the line and there's little or nothing in it late, when everyone's exhausted, the only question that matters is who will be tough enough for long enough.
Thanks for those observations, Gary, as we get back underway. Briggs wins it. Butters dishes it off. Long. Perryman. They're a big chance here. King has it within range.
He'll give them the lead if he can hold his nerve.
Touch and go. It's go.
That's what happens when you leave players in space inside 50. It's going to hurt you on the scoreboard.
The Pies with the inside running again. Briggs showing his skills. Perryman, Reed. They're moving the footy quickly. Long had his name written all over it.
Must kick goal in a close match.
He's got it done.
That was a bit too easy. The ball movement was excellent, but not great pressure.
The Pies with a bit of breathing space now. O'Brien showing his skills. Berry, Peatling. The defenders will be nervous. Here's a big chance to peg back the margin.
They're happy if he can halve the contest and bring the Crummers into play, but those hands are looking sticky.
Thilthorpe. He's been off the boil so far, but that'll make him feel better.
Marks inside 50 are worth their weight in gold when you go back and convert the goal.
It's a grand final from the top draw. O'Brien palms it down. Berry, big tackle laid. The Crows have been gallant. Can they get their noses in front? Briggs punches it out of the ruck. Reed. DeGoey continuing to win the hard ball.
Both sides have lacked polish, but the endeavour from both has been sensational.
Briggs got his palm to it. DeMartia. He's gone. That's careless. His field kicking is normally first rate. O'Brien on a lead. Draper, Peatling. Good build-up. Neil Bullen might fancy himself here.
What's he got for us? Nothing to lose, except the match.
Going at his second. He's missed it.
I don't think anyone would have been surprised if that had gone through. So well have they kicked a goal today.
Taking no risks with the kick in. He's hit up the lead. In no hurry here. The Pies are out of trouble. He's been industrious. Steal! Great body work. What's he got on offer? That's well played. He's generally a good kick. Millerer with a chance now. Throws it on the boot. He's completely miscued that.
Hounded into the mistake. Space is hard to come by.
They've opened them up here. King has got loose. Goes long. Hill finds himself unattended.
He could put the finishing touch on a fine passage of play.
Drop punt looks good. He's got it.
This is one of the reasons why it's so hard to stop this team. They've got so many weapons that you can't shut them all down.
The Pies are keeping them at arm's length. O'Brien has shaded the ruck battle despite the scoreboard. Peatling. Caminiti coming. Charges onto it. There goes the kick inside the 50. That's a strong mark.
Straight in front. Should not miss.
Drop punt, and he has put it away.
This is a brilliant game of footy. It almost makes me wish I was out there again.
One kick game again. Punch clear. Perryman. A bit of a panicked handball. Dacos is cool under pressure. Who's at home? Ryan had some assistance. Key. Careful ball movement. Gota coming. Showing real strength. That's skillful. Neil Bullen. He's taken a beauty. Normally delivers. Curtin has found some space. Great play. Quaynor got a fist in. Has a ping. It won't be a goal. He's missed it.
Well, it can be demoralising to see these opportunities go begging, but they've just got to keep working hard to create them.
Dacos to bring it in. Dawson couldn't mark. Steele. DiMattia. Can anyone get to the drop zone? Cumming makes good contact. Dacos. He'll kick this. In he goes. And he has delivered.
That's a quality finish. He's a beautiful kick at goal when his confidence is up.
The Pies have pushed the margin out to beyond a goal. Big clearance to win here. DiMattia, Reed, just has to hit a target. That's wasteful. Tidy ball. DeGoey heads them off at the pass. This will be his 5th inside 50. Gota thwarts them again. The kick was centimetre perfect. Draper can run and carry. They have absolutely spifflicated him. Their appeals have fallen on deaf ears. It's been a great duel between the two big men. DiMattia, that's a dreadful hand pass. Can he hit a target? Dacos, probing ball. Long, strong grab. Looking to extend this margin. King, that one was always his.
This deserves a goal. Should be a goal.
He hasn't looked like missing today. Here's another. Oh, I put the moz on him.
You certainly would have expected to kick that one, but he's got to put it out of his mind now.
They've set up well for the kick in. Christie can keep it moving. Can he find a teammate? Quality delivery by foot. He might have thought about the corridor. This is good ball movement. Takes the short option. Berry on centre wing is marked. What a game he's having. Pedler has got off the chain.
The Crows with a late chance.
That's going to fall short, but he didn't kick it accurately anyway. The Pies are premiers. They had to come from behind at three-quarter time to do it. This is an instant classic. What a game.
What a game that was. What a premiership by Collingwood.
You can see what it means to them. They worked their tails off and kept on responding every time it was put to them. This is a premiership they had to win the hard way. And that only makes it sweeter. They will celebrate long and hard.
Thanks for those insights, Half. And for your
That's Carlton Essendon's record gone. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be back soon for another rebuild.